It is shameful and unsubstantiated to claim benefit cuts have caused suicides, a Tory minister declared today. Sarah Newton accused critics of deliberately misusing data to say Tory welfare reforms are driving people to death. Activists such as the Black Triangle campaign have spent years amassing dozens of individual reports of benefit claimants' suicides since the Tories took power in 2010. Disability campaigners also march with a banner listing names of people who died due to sanctions and benefit cuts. Speaking in the Commons today, SNP MP Sarah Newton demanded an apology to those who have taken their own lives as a result of government's benefit policies.
Madam Deputy Speaker, I find it shameful and depressing that it took a court case to drag this government back to the edge of decency. And I find the money wasted on legal proceedings abhorrent. But since it is now at the edge of decency, can I urge the government to take a few more steps? Will the Secretary of State apologise to the victims of the government's actions? I appreciate she's new in post, but I think this is important. Will she also apologise to the families of those who have taken their own lives as a result of government's benefit policies? Absolutely. And will she confirm she is now undertaking to restore some semblance of dignity to this area of policy by reviewing all PIP cases where benefits have been stopped or reduced, rather than just those involving mental health? And will she undertake to come back to the chamber in the very near future with a plan to start repairing some of the damage that has been done? I think 1 month should be sufficient time to get that wrong.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. You know, it is with deep regret that the Honourable Lady has made such appalling and unsubstantiated claims about people committing suicide as a result. You know, we in this House, all of us, have a duty to be very mindful of the language we use and the evidence that we use for making such assertions. We are talking about some of the most vulnerable people in society, and it is shameful when members in this House deliberately misuse data. Look, I'm so pleased to have this opportunity. Listen, I think the data to which the lady is referring to is often misquoted data that is coming from the Adult Psychiatric Morbidity Survey. Now, the Deputy Chief Medical Officer, Professor Jean Radford, has said the Adult Psychiatric Morbidity Survey does not show any causal link between being on benefits and suicidal thought or behaviour. The survey findings indicate certain associations, but they do not indicate causality. Now, you may not want to take my word for it, but are you seriously doubting the word of the Deputy Chief Medical Officer?
Ms. Brock stood by her claim, saying, "I'm disgusted that the Tory government continues to try to deny that their policies are causing harm to people, so much harm that vulnerable people are taking their own lives. We know that the figures among failed benefit claimants are very high, and we know that the DWP has done analysis on the effects of its benefits changes. It's time we got to see that analysis." Attempted suicides by disability benefit claimants more than double from 21% to 43% in 7 years, after the introduction of Fit to Work assessment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will she instruct the DWP to release the details of benefits claimants with disabilities who have taken their own lives after their claims were turned down, stopped without notice, or significantly reduced?
Prime Minister. The Honourable Lady, that the DWP does not give details of individuals with whom it deals, and that's absolutely right. It's absolutely right. What it does do is ensure that we have a welfare system that provides support to those who need it, and a welfare system that increasingly encourages those who can to get into the workplace, because we continue to believe that work is the best route out of poverty.
Work is the best route out of poverty? Not if you're sick or disabled. It doesn't matter if you can walk, suffering chronic pain, have terminal cancer, are paraplegic, blind, in a coma, or even dead. The Department of Work and Pensions, AUTOS, Maximus, Capita and the lying Tory government will always find you fit for a work and have taken away vital benefits, that have forced people into poverty, homelessness, attempting suicide and committing suicide. Is this how we really want to treat the most vulnerable in the United Kingdom?